There are moments in life that hit us so deeply, we wonder if we will ever be the same. One of those moments is the day someone we love betrays us. It's not always the loudest, most dramatic thing that happens. It's often the quiet moments, the subtle shifts, the realizations that something has changed. And we've been hurt. Betrayal, whether it comes from a friend, family member, or someone we love deeply, feels like a violation that cuts straight to the heart. And on that day, it can feel as though everything around us is falling apart. But what if that betrayal was not the end of your story? What if, in reality, that very moment when everything seemed to fall apart, karma was already working in your favor? What if the universe was protecting you by showing you the truth, helping you let go of something that was never meant to stay? That heartbreak, that moment of betrayal, was not a punishment. It was the universe's way of removing the weight of a relationship that no longer aligned with who you are becoming. Betrayal is often described as one of the most painful emotional experiences a person can go through. But why does it hurt so much? It's not just the act itself, it's the deep personal nature of betrayal. You trusted this person with parts of yourself that you've never shared with anyone else. You showed them your vulnerabilities, your insecurities, your fears and your hopes. And in return, you expected respect, loyalty, and love. But when they betray you, it feels like they didn't just break your trust. They broke a piece of your very soul. This is because betrayal is often tied to our core identity. When we invest ourselves in someone, we build a vision of the future. A future where this person is there, beside us. We imagine the life we will build together, the moments we will share. Betrayal shatters that vision, leaving us in disbelief. It's not just about the loss of the person. It's about the loss of the future you thought you were going to have. That's why the pain is so intense. It feels like a death of sorts, not just of the relationship, but of the dreams and plans you held dear. Psychologically, betrayal activates a powerful survival instinct within us. Our brain doesn't distinguish between emotional pain and physical. Pain, to the brain, rejection and abandonment feel like a threat to our safety. This is why you may have experienced a tightening in your chest, a sense of panic, and an overwhelming flood of emotions. Your nervous system is alerting you to danger, and it doesn't know how to process the grief, confusion, and emotional vulnerability that betrayal brings. Now, let's take a moment to look at this from a different perspective, a perspective that might not be immediately obvious when you're in the middle of the pain. What if that betrayal wasn't random? What if, in some strange way, it was a blessing? What if karma was already working behind the scenes, quietly removing what no longer serves you? Karma is often misunderstood. Many people think of it as a form of punishment or retribution, that it's about making someone pay for their wrongdoings. But karma is not about revenge. It is about alignment. It is about the universe rearranging things to bring us back into balance, to help us become the people we are meant to be. Sometimes, karma works through people and events to remove what is blocking our growth, even if it hurts in the process. When someone betrays you, it is not just a random act of cruelty. On a deeper level, it is the universe stepping in and forcing you to face the truth, something you may have been unwilling to see. Perhaps you've ignored the small red flags, the subtle signs that this person wasn't truly right for you. Maybe you held on to the relationship because of love, history, or fear of starting over. But karma, in its quiet, gentle way, was nudging you to move on. The betrayal, painful as it is a form of protection. It clears the path for something better. What if this betrayal wasn't just about punishing you or them? What if it was about protecting you from a future that would have caused you even more pain? Sometimes, we hold on to relationships out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of change, fear of letting go. But the universe knows better. It understands that some people, no matter how much we love them, are simply not meant to stay in our lives. Through betrayal, the universe helps us let go of relationships that are toxic, relationships that drain our energy, stifle our growth, and prevent us from being our true selves. It's not about the betrayal itself. It's about the lessons it teaches us and the way it forces us to see things clearly. If the truth had remained hidden, if this person had stayed in your life, you would have continued down a path that wasn't meant for you. But the universe, through karma, brought that truth to light, removing the illusion of the relationship and showing you the reality. When you're in the midst of betrayal, it's hard to see it as anything other than a painful loss. You might feel lost, broken, and questioning yourself. But trust me when I say that this pain is not permanent. The day someone betrays you is painful, yes. But in time, you will look back on that day, and realize that it was the moment your life was quietly being redirected. The universe was removing someone who wasn't meant to be a part of your future. And in that moment of heartbreak, something beautiful begins to happen within you. You start to grow. You begin to understand what you truly deserve in love and relationships. Your standards rise. Your intuition sharpens. You become more aware of the love you want to receive. The kind of love that feels safe, kind, and respectful. Betrayal forces you to become more discerning about who you let into your life and how you allow them to treat you. Karma's greatest gift through betrayal is how it transforms you. It's not about what happens to the person who hurt you. It's about what happens within you. The pain you feel, the heartbreak you endure slowly shifts your perspective. You start to heal. And in that healing, you become stronger. You become someone who no longer settles for less than they deserve. You start to understand that love should not be hard or painful. It should feel safe and fulfilling. As you heal, you'll notice that your self-worth increases. You stop blaming yourself for their actions. You stop questioning whether you were enough. You begin to realize that their betrayal had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with them. And through this realization, your self-love and self-respect begin to grow. You become someone who attracts the right people into their life. People who see your worth, respect your boundaries, and love you in ways you've never experienced before. Betrayal often leaves us questioning our ability to trust again. But as painful as it is, trust is something that can be rebuilt. It doesn't happen overnight, and it's not always easy. But when you allow yourself the time to heal, to reflect, and to grow, you begin to trust yourself again. And once you trust yourself, you begin to trust the process of life, knowing that the universe has your back. One day, you'll meet someone who values you, who respects you, and who loves you for who you are. You'll realize that the heartbreak you once endured was the turning point, the moment that allowed you to finally step into the love and happiness you deserve. And when that love comes, you'll look back on that betrayal, not with anger, but with gratitude, because it was that betrayal that set you free. Karma works in mysterious ways. It is not always about punishing the person who wronged you. It is about protecting you from further pain. The day this man betrayed you was not the end. It was the beginning of a new chapter in your life. It was the moment when karma stepped in and started to clear the path for the love, peace, and happiness you truly deserve. Embrace this journey, trust the process, and know that the universe is guiding you towards something greater.